Come on. Come on, baby. We're live.
Show me the money.
No. Help me.
Say it louder.
Help you. Help me. Help you. Help us all.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, that's not right. Okay.
No.
All right. So we are live on the Instagrams, not the Instagrams, but the YouTubes.
Oh.
We've got the who do we have out there right now? We've got
Who's out there?
We got Gun Loving Grandpa Stanley. We got Kinky Sphincter. We got Gizzard Gary, the Mother Clucker himself. We've got Kingpin, the Head Pin. We've got Obnoxious One, Obnoxiously Orange. We got Midnight Range 11, the Fry Cook Extraordinaire. We've got the Gun Snob, the snobbiest high points guy I know. We've got George Cortez. We've got George Grayson Cat saying meow. We've got a whole bunch of people out there.
Wow, everybody's tuning in. Did something happen? Somebody's chat over or something? Somebody leave the door?
We've got the Gun Shill out there. Okay. George Cortez is out there. I don't know if I mentioned him already, but I'm mentioning him again. So there we go.
Oh, he needs to be mentioned twice.
Yeah. So, guys, we are running Rants and Raves off of the Night Strike channel tonight because we're using GunTube. This is all off of GunTube's hardware and software. Roll call is using the mobile app, and we're rolling with it.
Yeah, you got that right. Roll, baby, roll.
Roll call 219. We're rolling with it. Yeah. Roll call 219 is out there.
Uh-oh, not that guy.
The Gun Snob was saying, oh, no. He's just comment with everybody. So, we got things to talk about tonight. I'm going to hand it off to Roll Call, get something to drink, and then I will return in a few seconds. So, Roll Call, if you will.
All right. So, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that's out there in the chat for joining us tonight for Rants and Raves. This is number 51. 51. We are past halfway point of 100 shows, splitting it in between me and Night Strike's channel, trying to get GunTube online. Again, I want to thank and welcome you all here. This is where we bitch and complain about things that go on in our lovely country of the United States of America. And we try and set the precedence of getting you to think outside the box and try not for you to, stay sheltered on the interwebs, to get out there, get motivated, and push yourself to become not so much a Second Amendment advocate, but participate in the aspect of spreading the Second Amendment and why it's so important. Recently, I just watched some Instagram stuff that I guess there's some things going on in Massachusetts where they're proposing some anti-gun laws. So if you're in that area, you need to show up. I think Rupan RX posted it, and I want to thank him for that. Anytime you hear some stuff going on in your state, in your town, or city, or whatever, wherever you may lay your head at night, post that on the social media platforms, whichever ones you use, so we know and we could talk about them here, just like Budget Guns and Gear did for his 2A rally that he's going to speak at on the 7th of September. And if you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, I highly encourage you to come out and check that out. I'll be there with bells on, giving out hugs, and probably out there supporting and trying to convince some people to not be such douchebags against the Second Amendment. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. So I guess there's a bunch of stuff they're going to be voting on here coming up, and one of them is an assault weapons ban. Whatever an assault weapon is, they're going to try and ban it out there. Not too keen on the East Coast states and the upper northern portion. They seem to be readily anti-gun and don't want people to protect themselves or their families or their loved ones or their significant others, whoever you may choose to be. So, yeah, if you're going to be in that area or you live in that area, go look at his Instagram. He's got a lot of information on there, and give him one of those little hearts and read through his information and show up there. I guess there's a couple days that they're going to be doing this. Also,
I'm back, and we've got the most badass clucker himself. We've got Cluck Norris out there.
Cluck Norris, yeah. Also, I saw a Facebook maybe, or it could have been on Instagram again, from Black Hat Outdoors in PA that they're going to have another rally there. So there's rallies popping up all over the United States, every corners of it. So if you have the time and the ability to go, I highly suggest you go. And if you can't, please find these videos. Go to Black Hat Outdoors on Instagram or even his YouTube channel and go share that video so you can get more people involved in the process. So yeah, there's a whole lot going on. A lot of talk about banning things. If somebody can shoot me an email and tell me the last time they banned something that it worked, maybe we'll go along with it. But until then, I don't think banning anything works.
Crime.
Ban crime.
They banned crime.
Ban crime. So, yeah.
Oh, wait, you wanted something that works. Never mind.
Right.
Never mind. Just cut this part out.
Ban evil. Right? Mm-hmm. Ban evil. But there's a lot of stuff going on. And I spoke about this last night in the last Rants and Raves, that this is just the beginning. This is the ramp up for 2020, folks. This is if you think the shit that's being imposed in your counties or your state is going to be bad, just wait on the federal level. Just wait until they start, weeding out the field. I guess there was another Democrat that dropped out. I don't know who he was. Do you know who he was? I don't know. Somebody dropped out.
I don't know.
Nobody cares anyway. But they're starting to thin out the herd there for the old socialists. So hopefully they'll come to an agreement on who to shadow ban like they did Bernie Sanders. Oh, Gillibrand. Oh yeah, that's right. She got stiffed. She got more than 3% of the vote to stick her ass on that stage, and they said no. So she got blackballed by her own party. So what does that tell you about them? They're already starting their shit like they did to Bernie. So if you're a Democrat voter or you lean that way, that should just tell you the shit that they did to Bernie in the last election cycle and the shit that they did to this lady a couple days ago, that should give you a good indication that that's communism bullshit that they're pulling.
Well, they're trying to go for communism light with Bernie with Joe Biden. But do we really want 4 more years of Biden? I sure as hell don't.
I sure as hell don't either. I think I think Joe Biden's a fucking ridiculous joke.
Bad enough when he was vice president. We don't need him to be president. I mean, I'd
no.
rather, as much as I dislike the idea of Trump, the issue is I would much rather have 4 more years of Trump than 4 years of Biden any day.
Any day of the week. I wouldn't even trust that guy to put my kids on a fucking school bus, let alone run this damn country.
I wouldn't trust him to watch my kids. See, if I had kids. With all his touchy-feely shit.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy Uncle Joe.
Yeah, he's a creep. He's a piece of shit. So they got that going for him. So we'll see if that changes some scenery in there, since they're starting to filter out all the people that
Patrick Pew Pew is out there. What's up, Patrick Pew Pew?
Pew Pew.
7 Wonders is out there. Hide your daughters. The Sun Snob has arrived.
The Sun Snob has arrived. Trying to position my dog here. He wants to lay on top of me for some reason. It must be cold.
Ugh. Just get that Snuggie and snuggle up with him.
Oh yeah. He stole that Snuggie. That's his for some reason. Every time I put it away, it seems to find its way back on his bed. Ugh.
Well, Obnoxious One can have it if he wants it now. Oh, I know I'm going to get hell for that, but that was great.
Yeah. It's a nice Snuggie, too. It's got tactical pockets. It's got the C4 logo on it. It's warm. Oh, man. And it's red, white, and blue. Ooh.
And it's red, white. Wow. Don't tempt me all at once, my friend. Yeah.
So I haven't seen a whole lot. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the news. I did see the story about the naked guy that killed that baseball player's family and ran around from the cops for a while. Did you see that one?
No, because I don't. I have kind of been news dark because I've been stuck messing with GunTube and working on GunTube and kind of not doing anything else other than, eating and sleeping for 4 hours a night.
Yeah, so apparently some guy killed this baseball player's family. Like, it was a triple homicide, then ran the streets naked, and the cops were like trying to spray him with pepper spray and it wasn't working. Then he ran over and choked somebody in a church. It was crazy. It's all over online.
Okay, I have an announcement to make. Obnoxious One. I'm sorry. I just had to make the joke. It just came out the wrong way, so I apologize. I thought it was funny, but I realized that not everyone will find it funny, so I apologize. See, on Rants and Raves, we do apologize every so often. Isn't that right, roll call?
No, I don't apologize for shit.
Yes, you do.
You can. But that was going on. We talked about the chick that got ousted out of the Socialist Party. She's having bad luck.
The gun shill saying, roll call 219, it's brother-in-law, and he killed a 1-year-old.
Oh, killed a 1-year-old?
Wow.
What a piece of shit.
Obnoxious One, I've already been throat punched several times by her in Tulsa. Okay? It wasn't pleasant then. It won't be pleasant if she does it again. I'm just saying.
Right.
Oh, by the way, hashtag free Tardot.
Free Tardot. Where is that guy? Is he? I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't seen him either. I hope he's alive.
Me too. I hope she's feeding him.
I hope she is too.
Yeah, he needs water at least.
So, but
Mhm.
guys, since we're using GunTube tonight, and we're live streaming hit or miss through GunTube, let us know how the stream is. If the stream is buffering too much, or if it's running properly. So if you guys can hear us just fine, aside from roll call shitty internet, let us know. All right.
I've got the worst fucking internet in the world. I got worse internet than Yankee and fucking whoever combined. This fucking HughesNet is a joke.
You got
Um,
worse internet than Obnoxious One and Yankee combined.
yeah, it's fucking just takes me
Wow.
like 2 hours to watch a fucking movie. HughesNet, if you're listening, you fucking suck. Oh my god, get your shit together. Fiber optic cable would have worked great.
Dude, if I could have gotten you fiber optic, I would have.
Yeah, well that wasn't no option. We got this dish thing. Oh my god, it's a pain in the ass.
But it seems like the GunTube app seems to be working just fine for you.
Yeah, I have no problems. I don't have a problem with this app or when people use the duck and I use it off my phone. I don't have a problem. It's just my computer. My computer is just shit.
Obnoxious One is saying HughesNet is effed for fucked for streaming, and it is. It is. HughesNet is awful. But
Oh man,
we're working through it with what we've got. I've got fiber optic internet, so I can host the chat while roll call can rant to his heart's content as long as we can hear him.
yes. As long as my phone doesn't die. But I did get a new phone. I got the Galaxy 10 Plus. That's what I got.
You got the Galaxy S10 Plus.
I don't know what it is. I guess it is an S10 Plus.
Say S10 Plus because then you don't sound like a dumbass.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I got. The Galaxy 10s Plus.
Yeah, so
That's what I got. So
close
hopefully my
enough.
camera.
We'll take it.
Right. Hopefully when I start doing my videos on a normal level, that the camera, I guess the camera is the cat's meow nowadays for this phone. So hopefully the camera work and the pictures that I take are going to be really, really awesome. But if they're not, I'm gonna be pissed because that's what I was like. Okay.
So we we had to reschedule with Carrie. So do you want to choose someone out in the chat to pull in? I mean, maybe a certain chicken.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Gizzard in a while. Get him in here. See what we can. We should have a little spot for a special guest.
I can pull a full chair up for him.
Okay.
If he's willing to jump in.
I think I got some cracked corn and some maybe some chicken feed in the back. Put them in here and it'll be all right.
There we go. If he can jump in and hang out for a few minutes, he's more than welcome to. If he doesn't want to, that's fine. We'll just continue on, and we can invite someone else.
Today I'm going to talk about the Tavor that I shot today, the IWI. If you want to see a picture of it, it's on Instagram. I met this guy at the gun range today because I was sighting in my 308, which I think I'm going to sell my 308 tomorrow or on Friday.
No.
Yeah.
Not your 308. You don't sell that.
Yeah, I think it might be time for me to kind of scale down on my pure gun. Whoa.
We've got the baddest mother clucker himself. We've got Gizzard Gary here. What's going on, Gary?
Where's he at? Where's he at?
He's right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey Gizzard. Oh yeah, I get it. Oh.
Yeah. How you doing?
What's up, man?
We're doing all this off of GunTube. We're not using any of Google's stuff other than YouTube to do this live stream.
Cool.
So
let's rant and rave about it.
Yeah, we are. We're
Oh,
ranting and
yeah.
raving about everything tonight. So, the GunTube Indiegogo is at 58%. We're at $2,000 of our goal,
I
and
saw that.
that'll help immensely.
Good deal. Congrats, man.
I'll be able to do some stuff with that. I might not be able to hire a coder, but I'll be able to at least do a majority of the things I was looking at doing with for GunTube. So, I can get a couple servers up to run some of these live chats, and yeah, good things are going. I rented a couple servers because I sold a rifle the other day, and I've got them running off the GunTube. I've already paid for them this month, so they're there, and yeah, I gotta order some stuff for the Indiegogo, and we'll be good.
Awesome.
And you're
Sounds
gonna ask what kind
terrific.
of stuff? We had more people order some of the packs, so I have to go and order more stickers and coasters and magnets and some other some of the other perks for the Indiegogo. But that's okay. I already had that in the budget.
All right.
I'm on the ball. I am on the ball.
Well, it's
That's what I like to hear.
better to do that than have a bunch of stuff you can't even give away. So.
Right. So I've ordered everything, and as soon as they come in, and as soon as the Indiegogo's ended and we get everything squared away, I'll be able to get all that stuff and get in the process of shipping that stuff out. I will have to. I'm still looking at places to get shirts because everywhere I've gone in my local town and in Charleston, it's not any cheaper buying it local than it is ordering them online. So I'm just gonna find the cheapest place online to order them from and get them from there. I'm just letting everyone know right now because, quite honestly, I've gone to every place in town, even some of the people that are not in the phone books, and it's just, it's just cheaper to get them online.
Well, all right.
So, but we're getting them done. Everything's gonna get done. I already know the place I'm gonna use, so we're good.
Awesome.
Okay, roll call. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Okay. I've been having some trouble with my 308, and I just can't. I had about, I'd say, 2 good groups today, and my shoulder's worn out. I will say that. Shot about almost 30 some rounds. Almost. I think I shot like 27 rounds of 308 today. And I think I'm going to downgrade to a gun that doesn't have that much more pop. So I'm very sad. I will rant a little bit that Weaver scopes are fucking trash. And if you buy a gun with a Weaver scope, get a different scope, put it on there, and then use the Weaver scope to sight in your new scope and shoot that fucking thing because they are just trash. I can't get this thing. I think I messed with it for 2 hours and could not even. I got close to the bullseye, but I couldn't put it directly into the bullseye. Don't ever buy a Weaver scope. They're trash. They're crap. Buy a Nikon or Vortex or Leopold. That's what I have to say about that. And I can't see the chat, so I don't know what anybody's chatting about.
Oh, you could fire up your laptop and look.
I could, but that's in the other room right next to the beer bread, and I think I'll get distracted.
Yeah. Oh boy, obnoxious one is making threats.
Oh God, what's he threatening about?
He's like, "Be right back. I'm calling Indiegogo about a refund," and all I said out there in the chat was, "I'm keeping the orange shirt then." you had your chance.
I'll
I
take
had
it.
one. I had one specifically made for him. I'll wear it then.
I'll take it. I'm good about taking stuff that was intended for other people.
No, I don't. Nope, I'm gonna wear
Kind of
it.
like I did a piece of pizza one time.
The orange GunTube shirt is mine.
And how do you know how much shirts are going to be for GunTube.org? No.
I haven't made the tally yet, so
Oh, all right.
I'm checking. I'm checking to see right now how many shirts I'm gonna have to have made. So, I'm gonna go through the list of companies that I had scouted and go through the list and see what it's going to cost me from each company, and then make the decision there.
Just get about 40. 40 should be good for now.
No, I'm not going to get any more than I need.
Well, you could always give them away too.
Well, maybe.
You still got to
maybe
do
if
your
you're
1,000 subscriber.
Yeah, maybe 1,000 subscriber, maybe.
A parts kit and a GunTube.org shirt. Shit, that's a deal. And then you could post. The person could post building the AR with that lower parts kit with their GunTube.org shirt on and post it to GunTube.org. How about that?
They could.
Or live stream. That'd be amazing. So what else do we got going in? Gary, you got anything? You hear anything in the news here lately? I've been kind of shunned from the news here lately. I haven't kind of paid attention.
I don't watch the news or listen. If you guys don't tell me what's going on, I don't know.
Right. Well, you can't believe everything you see.
You are my eyes and ears to the world, man.
Oh.
Well, then this chicken is fried.
Speaking of chickens, I was going home from work tonight, and you know what ran out in the road in front of me?
A chicken.
A damn chicken, yes. I had to swerve to keep from hitting that silly thing. It's like, man, we can get off the road, man.
We can get off the road. There we go. Oh, that's hilarious.
And true. Except I didn't really
so,
say
Gary,
that. Yes.
Giz, are you gonna buy some deer tags this year?
I've never hunted deer ever. I don't own a deer rifle.
Well, you got a car, so you just hit
That's
them.
true. I got tags right on the car. I don't need to buy deer tags. Bad thing about it is my insurance company raised my deductible to $1,000, so I'm trying to avoid hitting any deer this year.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. $1,000, eh?
It is. It's already 500. Now it's 1,000.
Whew.
It's just not fair, I tell you.
So do we have any questions out there in the chat? Anybody have anything that they're thinking about or wondering about or something out there? No.
Armament Nexus wants to know where his link is.
That's not him.
We can only have one other person in here at a time. He might be next week. If I can't,
we've only got one extra stool.
One extra stool. Maybe next week if I can't get stilettos and shotguns on here. Maybe next week. Do you have any projects coming up, Gary? Do you have anything that you're working on? Any new videos coming out? Anything like that?
I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to work on, and I've got next week off to work on them. But I've got at least 3 or 4 product reviews I need to get done. products that I've gotten from like Dagger Defense and stuff like that. I need to do reviews on all of them. So yeah, I've got lots of stuff to work on. I've been saving them for a time where I'd have time to do it, and I knew I had this week coming, so I'm gonna be busy.
Awesome. How is the TX-22? How is that gun? You like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Is it worth buying?
I think so. It's nice to have a full size 22, right? With with a high capacity magazine like that. It's just fun to, if for nothing else, just to take the range and target shoot. I mean, with that long sight radius, it's pretty easy to put the ammo on target. It's lightweight, and it's just fun, and it's not terribly expensive.
If you don't mind, how much did you pay for yours?
$249.
$249.
You'll probably get it cheaper here as it gets closer to Christmas, I'll bet.
I've been looking at one for, I think it's $309.99. So
I got the first week it came out. They had them. Academy had them for $249 that first week.
Ooh, it's a good deal.
I thought so.
And it's 18 rounds, right? 18
16.
rounds? 16.
16. Unless you put the extender on there.
Oh, you can get an extension for it.
Yeah, I bought an extension. Where in the world? Now I can't remember who I got it from. I better remember that. And Snob's probably going to knock me over the head for forgetting. Because he helped me.
Oh, he's too busy shilling for Springfield right now.
Throw that out there in the chat, Snob. Come on. Help an old man remember something for a change. They're making fun of my wrist out there. They got me confused with somebody else. There's a fritter critter out there.
The fritter critter? Sarge is out there?
There's a grandson of fritter critter I see out there in the chat. Sarge is out there too, so I'm a little confused. There's so many critters and so many fritters out there. I have trouble keeping track of who's who. I got to be honest with you. Lots of fritters and lots of critters. So
do you have a gun in mind? The next gun you're gonna buy? Do you have any idea, or you just kind of?
I'll take an apple and a cherry fritter if you don't mind. Thanks.
Okay. Duly noted.
That sounds pretty good. No, not really. I mean, I've already bought 3. Fine Ape said I got it from the Diet Beef Soda Zero Corporation. I don't know that that's it. Actually, here was Galloway Precision. So I got it from. They make an extender plate. They actually print these on a 3D printer, but it actually adds 4 rounds to the capacity. So it's now one of the mags is now a 20 capacity.
Wow. You could almost carry that for self-defense with that many rounds. I wish they would make it in 22 Magnum. That would be even cooler.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, it would make the grip a little bit fatter because 22 Magnum's a longer case.
Longer part, yeah.
But
man,
it's a full size gun. It's about the size of a 1911 or a Glock 17 right in there. But it's lightweight. The slide isn't steel. It's actually, oh God, some sort of aluminum type stuff. using all them technical terms here.
Right.
But no, it's a fun gun. So is my Glock 19 too. I'm sure Night Strike wants to hear about that.
Yeah, not so
Oh,
much.
he loves Glock 19s.
No, I like Glock 17s. If you're talking about a Glock 17, then yeah, I can handle it. But 19s, not so
It's
much.
a 19. It's America's pistol, by golly. Made in Austria.
Yeah, no. You know what America's pistol is? The 1911.
I
Two
got one of
world
those
wars.
too. Mine was made in Brazil. And yours was
Two
made in the
world-
Philippines.
Mine was made where they actually used them.
In the Philippines?
World War II.
Mm-hmm.
They used them in World War II.
Yeah.
But
Right
mine
there.
has never hurt me.
No, mine is the vampire. But that's okay. That's okay. I can deal with it. It's fine. Makes me sad.
I hope to get my gun on a layaway here soon. It's been in there for an awful long time.
So now I see Fritter Critter, son of Fritter Critter, and grandson of Fritter Critter all out there in the chat.
And Fritters in the Dark.
And Fritters in the Dark.
Fritters in the dark. Ooh.
Never enough fritters in the chat.
Never enough fritters.
Wow. Never.
I am none of them. I might be guilty of a lot, but none of that is my doing.
Scott P79 says he loves his 10 millimeter. He just picked it up last week. Well, good. Jumpy will be proud. Jumpy will be proud that you went the 10 millimeter route.
You wouldn't like a 10 millimeter?
I'm not saying I wouldn't like a 10 millimeter. I just don't want to pay the price of the ammo.
Yeah, that shit's not cheap.
And if you're gonna say, but Night Strike, you use 357 SIG in your firearm. Yeah, but I get it like $9 a box online. So, just saying.
C4 Defense says 9 millimeter is greater than 10 millimeter. He's using some new math, you see.
Mm.
Maybe he should stick to eating fritters. Just don't let anybody take a picture of you while you eat a fritter. Otherwise, it's downhill from there. So, what else is on the docket, Ro?
Gun rights policy conference is coming up in what, 2.5 weeks now?
2 or 3 weeks, yeah.
2 or 3 weeks. So if you're in the area of Arizona, make sure you get out there and go have that experience. I went last year, and you would be really surprised of what you learn at the gun rights policy conference.
I think that was directed at me. C4 Defense saying, hush, neckbeard. Yeah, no. It's not on my neck. So.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I got my tickets reserved. So, yeah, Gun Rights Policy Conference is happening for Night Strike. I still don't know where I'm staying. I may ask G-Webs to bring a cardboard box and an old blanket with him when he goes so I can, sleep outside the van.
There you go.
True vagrant, you have to steal the box from somewhere.
What?
But if you're going to be a true vagrant, you have to steal the box from somewhere.
Well, no. G said he'd bring the cardboard box with him that he gets from, the store. So I'm going to trust G-Web's words.
Just go to any furniture store. They have nice big boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Or any place that sells washers and dryers and refrigerators and stuff like that. Refrigerator box would be the bomb.
Don't they have homeless shelters there?
I'm not staying in a homeless shelter.
Yeah, they got 3 hots and a cot, man.
Yeah, at least you get food.
Yay!
Kill two birds with one stone.
They don't let you bring firearms in.
Nah, you don't have to tell them.
Well, I've got a pretty big box.
Oh, God.
So. Black Cat said he'd send you a litter box at night strike. Yeah. Well, I may need to use the litter box. Joe Zawala is out there. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
I'm sure they'll have a nice overpass out there you can sleep under or something like that.
What I'll probably end up doing is probably in the next couple of days, I'll probably just call family and ask family which one has an open couch. So
that would be the thing to do if you have family nearby.
Yeah, because all of my dad's family is out there in Arizona. Well, not all of them, but a majority of them are in the Phoenix area. So it's a little further out, so that means I'm gonna have to take like an Uber or something to go to gun rights policy. But
so you're flying out there?
Have to. I can't drive out there. That's halfway across the country.
He'll never
more than
make
halfway. My car won't make it out of I'll get stuck around Alabama. Further out? No. I'll get stuck probably in the middle of Texas.
Well, last year you said you couldn't even make it to North Carolina in that thing. It must have gotten repairs.
It did a little bit, yeah. But no, I won't use that thing to go and to do any road trips. So, and again, since I'm flying out there and whatnot, I'm not gonna have money to rent a car. So I figured I'll just use a taxi service or something. So, but I'm still going. I'm still finding a way to go, even if I'm not able to do the fancy stuff that everybody else is able to do. I'm still gonna go.
So I can't go. I'm going to be working, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard. That's no bueno.
Starting about the middle of September, my schedule is going to be Sunday through Thursday, 10 hours a day.
How are you going to afford this night strike? Well, Sarge, I'm glad you asked. I went and sold an AR the other day, and that helped me get some new hardware for GunTube, which the Indiegogo is also going to help me fund. And I used the leftover to get a plane ticket. And I've already got money set aside to get the T-shirts and everything for the Indiegogo, as well as any extra items I'm giving away with the perk. So everything is already budgeted and accounted for.
Little baby fritter critters out there now.
We got another fritter critter.
Pretty soon we'll have fritter critter fetus out there or something like that.
All I'm gonna say is we are rolling in trash pandas. That's what they're calling. That's what we're calling raccoons these days. Trash pandas.
They are trash pandas.
So.
So,
right,
what else do we have? What else do we have?
Oh, we went over a lot last night. You want to go over some of that too?
We can go over a little bit of it.
Okay, well, you Rants and Raves is primarily your machination, and I mean I'm just along for the ride.
Right.
I'm just along for the ride and the credit, you know.
Trying to find this article. Not quite working because I can't really mess around with my phone too much. Elizabeth Warren is at it again. She's still touting out her socialism tactics about banning firearms.
Well,
I don't know how anybody can stand this lady. I don't know how she's not kicked off of social media.
well, she is the last. She is the last of the Mohicans.
She is like the last resort if none of these other people pan out.
You still have Hillary waiting in the wings too.
Oh, wow. Maybe she's gonna have some kind of suicide for her.
There's Fritter Gritter Fetus out there in the chat. Ask and ye shall receive.
Oh man, we there's okay. That's enough. That's enough trash pandas, please. I think our trash panda quota is full.
That is a cute little fetus.
All right. What were you saying about Elizabeth Warren lying?
She's back at her old stopping grounds of banning firearms. She's taken to social media more than Trump has, and I don't see how people don't see how belligerent she's being. Getting to be pretty much a burden because every time you go on Twitter and you follow her, she's always spouting off about something.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, if any of these anti-gun laws get in place, the manufacturers are going to stop producing because they can't sell them to anybody. If they can't sell them to anybody, they're going to lay people off. If people get laid off, then they're going to be pissed at the government. And, well, you know what? You get enough laid off people pissed at the government, then you can start to riot. And you know what? At that point, you know, those politicians, they can take what they get. If it comes to that, let them riot. Let them riot their entire hearts out. Let them make Antifa look like children. Because that's what's going to happen.
I can't stand Antifa. Those people drive me batshit crazy.
And if someone's saying night strike, there's not enough people that will make a difference, you know, in the gun industry if those people lose their jobs. I don't know. 1,000 people, probably not. You know, a couple companies probably hire 1,000 people to, you know, just manufacture. But if it's the entire industry, I believe that's a couple 100,000 people at least, at the very least. I'm not counting, you know, I'm not counting just, you know, the large companies. I'm counting all the companies because everybody's going to be affected by those laws. Everybody, the entire industry. And, you know, you take away manufacturing jobs because they can't produce and sell, you know, the products that they've been producing and selling for years, then you know what? Those people are going to be pissed off that they got laid off because of stupid laws that were put in place by people who have 24/7 security teams protect them, whereas the standard person does not.
I just don't understand how people are buying into her bullshit and how, taking away firearms is going to solve the issues of people doing crimes. I don't see her logic, and I don't think I'll ever understand that lady. And I don't understand her supporters either. Sometimes I think her supporters are bigger, crazy ass people than she is.
But the House is interrupting their vacation to convene on 9 to 5 vote on a national red flag law and other anti-2A initiatives. Yeah, well, the House majority is Democrat. What do you expect? Of course, they're gonna throw anti-gun legislation out the fucking window, and yeah, hopefully there's enough Republicans to say no in the Senate to basically floor the entire thing, to shelve them until the elections. And hopefully that'll happen. We'll get more Republicans in, and the House will be a Republican, and maybe we can fight back, or not even Republican. Hell, maybe we can get some libertarians in there that like their guns. Let's be optimistic about it. But the issue is, if we don't get somebody other than a socialist communist, saying, "Oh, you don't need this. America is safe enough without it," then you know what? You're going to lose every right you got, and C4 Defense will be serving out red flags to everybody, whether he likes it or not, because he's just following orders.
Yeah,
You.
that's how it happens. People need to get on this bandwagon of not accepting red flag laws one way or another. Either side that puts red flag laws together, whether it be the Democrats or the Republicans who think their red flag laws are better. There's no red flag law is better than the other. They're all shit.
So let's sit on our ass and do nothing and just watch things happen.
And now is not the time. This is 4 or 5 years ago. A lot of things have changed. The NRA has changed. Just the whole structure.
Yeah. The NRA that fired all its lawyers that's doing pro-gun fighting anti-gun legislation in other states, and the NRA, which isn't actually putting any money towards fighting, to keep our rights. It's just taking money from its members, and the board members are just leaving. Yeah, the NRA is doing a lot for our country right now. The NRA ain't doing jack. C4 Defense is saying Rokal denies people guns due to background checks. He's an ATF Nazi. Wow. that coming from the pigs.
All right. At least I have to follow the law, and I just don't go to people's houses and just give them a red flag and start taking their shit without due process.
Without due process, yeah. These red flag laws basically, make you guilty until proven innocent, instead of innocent until proven guilty, like we've been taught. So it basically presumes you're a criminal, like it is in Europe and England, which we fought against and broke away and changed. So, if you want to go back to being in Europe, then, all I have to say to all these Democrats and liberals, if you want to be like Europe, then go back to fucking Europe and leave us alone. So,
yeah. So the critters are getting very feisty out there. Maybe we should trap them and put a 22 in their head.
Well, I don't want to make any threats. So all I'll do is, if the critters get too feisty, they may have to have a timeout. So all I'm gonna say is, critters, calm down.
Critters, feisty tonight.
You guys better
They
calm
must
down. I'll have to put you guys. I'll have to put you guys in a timeout.
They must have been in my garbage drinking all my empty beer cans.
They must have been. They must have gotten to your beer cans again.
No, about the, you know.
Those silly,
You hear that?
those silly trash pandas.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch them. You gotta watch 'em. So what else is going on? Anything else going on?
Well, you know what Monday is?
What is Monday, Gary?
Labor Day.
What else is it?
Oh.
Mail call Monday.
Mail call Monday.
What day is it?
September 2nd.
Okay, everybody say it together with me. Every second matters.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right. That's right. That's right.
yeah. What are you going to carry? Anybody have anything that they're going to carry for that day?
I thought a gun might be appropriate.
Well, I thought I'd carry my keys, my cell phone, my wallet, and maybe the P320.
Carry 2 or 3 guns.
Oh.
Or you know what? I might go even one further and carry the 1911 for nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a holster that has danger on it or something like that.
Ooh. I seen a picture where this guy had one that said emotional something gun, stress gun or some shit like that. Do not touch. It was a pretty cool holster. Don't know who made it though.
You know that one for the critter sounds like somebody I know.
Oh, who would that be?
I can't say on air, but again, we've been running this for.
Show. You can say whatever you want to. It's a free country, right?
It is. We've been going for 38 minutes on the YouTubes. We are still going strong, and GunTube is still stable. So, yay, GunTube.
All right.
So, yeah. What else is there on the docket tonight?
What else do we got? I don't. Again, I didn't watch the news a whole lot.
Excuse me, 58 minutes, not 38. I misspoke.
I guess Trump didn't behave himself at the G7 summit. He got a little spicy with the fake news again.
Well, the news is always heckling him. So, are you really that surprised?
It just seems they ain't got shit else to do.
No, 58 minutes, guys. I misspoke. So. Yeah, well, did you also hear that that Trump also talked to the Iranians as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to bury the hatchet, trying to do the diplomacy thing. Which, granted, I know people say, "Oh no, we got to nuke North Korea and Iran and all these other bad countries," but you know what? It doesn't really hurt us to sit down and have a dialogue with him and try and bury the hatchet and have some sort of diplomacy. If nothing gets done, okay, I understand nothing gets done, but at least you sat down with them and talked to them. And the thing is, wars have been started for people not sitting down and talking things out and actually being diplomatic. Wars have started because people just insult each other and decide, you know what, you've insulted me one too many times, we're going to war. It's been like that.
You forget though, at the same time Japan had two people over in the White House talking peace, they sent a bunch of damn ships and planes over to Pearl Harbor and bombed the shit out of us.
Yeah, and that's why we nuked two cities. That's why we sunk all of their navy and nuked two cities and said, okay, we nuked two of your cities. Which one do you want nuked next? And they surrendered. And yeah, Night Strike, you shouldn't talk about nuking people and whatnot. Yeah, I know. I don't like nuclear weapons either, but I'm proving a point. Okay, it's the point of it's the point that Theodore Roosevelt said: "Speak softly, but carry a big stick."
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, the big stick, nowadays the big stick is ICBMs. But you get the point.
That showed how tough good old Harry S. Truman was. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. President Truman, the one that gave away Eastern Europe. That Harry S. Truman.
Well, I think that was part of the agreement with Russia, though.
Agreement?
You don't think they agreed to that?
There are no stinking agreements.
Yeah. But
you had a world war, you had two superpowers left over. I say, let's end this now.
They didn't have nukes at that point. We could have finished the Soviets off right then and there.
Exactly.
But then we would be no better than the Nazis. Ooh, sore spot.
Ooh.
Gary may be a chicken, but he's no Nazi.
The Nazis didn't have the bomb. Not that they weren't trying. We just beat them to it.
We beat them to it because all their scientists.
We took all their scientists.
Well, no, yeah, we took all their scientists because all their good scientists were Jews and didn't want to get sent to concentration camps, so they came over to the United States.
So they could concentrate here?
No, so they could build the bombs here and enjoy the American life. That was the agreement. That's what it's something called asylum, I believe. But anyways, that's history. But the fact is, the point I was trying to make though is, at least having a dialogue and trying diplomacy, whether it works or not, is still something very admirable that not even the Democratic presidents have tried in a long while. Yeah, maybe if North Korea takes a couple Americans who are traveling and cross the border, prisoner, and you send Bill Clinton over there or whatever president they like to go and negotiate for them back, that's one thing. But actually sit down at a table and negotiate and at least have a dialogue outside of that to try and improve relations, I think that's a better thing.
If you want to get things done, you have to send Dennis Rodman over there.
Yeah.
You got to send pure crazy over there, not somebody like Clinton. He's an amateur. Send pure crazy over there.
Yeah, but it's Dennis Rodman.
Oh God,
undefinable, man. And if that doesn't work, send Gary Busey over there to back him up too.
Oh God, Anyways, that's all I had to say because good or bad, the whole Iran with Trump talking to Trump thing, whether that pans out or whether that's a waste of time, regardless, we still made an attempt at diplomacy, and I think that's better than doing nothing. And people can disagree and complain all they want, but what are they doing? Absolutely nothing. So, all right. Roll call.
Yeah.
Any other topics?
Not seeing much chatter online about anything that's interesting. Just more aiming at, Trump's bullshit. I did get a letter from the GOA today, and I hope many other people got a letter from the GOA today. But they sent it, and I got a couple of these, and in the letter it has little postcards, I would say, and all you have to do is put a stamp on it, and you can mail it directly to your senator about the banning of suppressors. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to send a couple out. Give some out if you get these letters, and give some out to some pro 2A people that don't really aren't really good at writing letters or something of that nature. This is a good way. They give you like 4 or 5 of them in the envelope, and you can just hand them out, and they can put their stamp on it, and they put their name on it, and it goes directly to their senator of the state. So that's a pretty good idea. So yeah, you should get it in the mail if you're a member of the Gun Owners of America, and that's a good way again to keep your Congress people in the loop of how you feel about banning anything or anti-gun laws. And Gary is right. Raccoons do not have thumbs.
Hashtag raccoon lives matter.
Not really.
No? Oh, well. They said we don't have limp wrists either.
Oh, yeah, good. Right. Yeah.
Sorry saying they have opposable thumbs, Chicken Man.
I've never seen one hitchhiking on the side of a road.
You said their thumbs go in that direction.
One of them surely does.
But leave the critters alone. We like the critters. The Knife Strike One channel is hip with the trash pandas.
If you'd like, I can read the letter that was in my mail that the Gun Owners of America sent me. If you want to hear it.
Hey, go ahead. I didn't get it yet. I got something from the Firearms Policy Coalition today in the 2AF, but not them.
Not them. It says Donald Trump campaigned hard in 2016 to gain the support of grassroots gun owners around the nation. Promised multiple times that the assault on the Second Amendment was over, although many gun owners were still concerned about his previous support for certain gun restrictions. Nevertheless, gun rights supporters cheered when Hillary Clinton was defeated. Hopefully that they finally had someone who would fight for them. That is why it's so disturbing that Trump is listening to some more bad advice right after banning bump stocks. President Trump says he's considering outlawing and confiscating suppressors, all because of the hysterical media reports that the killer in the Virginia Beach shooting used one. And this is the direct quote from him. I like to think about it. I mean, nobody's talking about silencers very much. I did talk about the bump stock, and we had it banned. I'm going to seriously look at banning silencers. Trump told the British TV host and anti-gun activist Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain on June 5th. Not only will they be Not only will he be delivering a blow to gun owners, he'll be targeting the very people who elected him. So please just take a moment, sign and mail the postcards, like I said. One is addressed to Trump, and it urges him to stop his plans to outlaw and confiscate suppressors. And then the other ones are addressed to your senators. So, I mean, you got to understand when people kind of poke and prod and they don't pay attention, they know you have these things. That's the thing. This isn't like bump stocks where they didn't know how many people had them. They don't know if people still have them. Your suppressors, they know you have them. You had to register them. So you better get on the bandwagon and you better start opening your eyes, because if they start banning suppressors, they're going to come to your house and they're going to ask you for it. So, there's no due process that's going to help you out. They're going to just come and take your shit. So, and that would be the violation of what, the Fourth Amendment? So, I mean,
well, the bump stock ban is apparently a violation of the Second and the Fourth, because they told you to turn them in or destroy them, and that's your property, and they're not compensating you for the destruction of your property or the turn in of your property. Just compensation. In the law.
Right,
but apparently, most senators and representatives would like to ignore the law, of which is the founding document of our country, and enact even worse laws.
Right. And then the rest of the letter goes on and tells you about if they do get their way, and Trump does do, because if you see, I think what his strategy is when he bans this stuff, then he might think it'll calm down the rhetoric from the left about fire.
It's not going to calm down. They're not going to calm down. They're not going to calm down until they get complete and utter disarmament of America. And when you have that, guess what? All your other rights go down the drain too. By the way, you won't have your Bill of Rights left, because you'll be living in a police state. Welcome to 1984.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean the year 1984. I mean the book 1984.
So you weren't even alive in 84.
I was 1 year old.
Oh.
I was alive in 1984. Thank you very much.
And then they go on to talk about, if he does do that, this will lead to even bigger bans, the outlawing and confiscation of AR-15s, and the outlawing and confiscation of magazines that can hold more than 10 rounds. So, this is why I support the gun owners of America, because that's exactly what would happen next. If by some way he would do this, and he got really convinced on doing it, like he did bump stocks, this would lead down a rabbit hole nobody would want to go. And it's even more important that you get out there in your communities and you fight for your Second Amendment rights, because the gun owners of America have figured this guy out, and they know that he's not a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment by any means. And everything this guy has said in the past, he hasn't lived up to do. And for the people that are cheering this guy and they think he's the next best thing since sliced bread, need to understand that he's a snake in the grass just like all the other ones. And to be honest with you, Trump was a Democrat before anything. So don't sit here and think that this guy's going to do what's best for you and your Second Amendment rights, because I think he's just a pile of shit along with the rest of them. I don't think he's worth two shits. But unfortunately, nobody's willing to step up to the plate, and there's a lot of pressure that's going on. Look at Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw, a lot of people are like, "Well, what's your thoughts on him?" I'm like, he's going to be a creep just like the rest of them. And boom, there you go. So don't think these people are going to do anything to try and help you. All they're going to do is trying to keep their power, keep their control. I hate to reiterate budget stuff, but gun control is not about guns. It's about control. It's about how they can limit you access to firearms to protect yourself and your family, or protect yourself from a tyrannical government. I mean, when the government starts wanting to take things from you, like firearms, I mean, that's the reason why there's the Second Amendment. If you thought they just threw it in there for shits and giggles back when, no, they didn't, because they knew that what they endowed through the struggle of making this country, that should never have to happen again. So that's why they gave you the Second Amendment, to fight back for it. So Midnight Reigns TM says Trump has pro-gun and anti-gun people wondering what he's up to. That's good for him. They'll keep people off his back and be nice to him because they want to sway him to their side. That could be true. I think he does some of this shit just so he can alleviate pressure off himself, not alleviate pressure off the people that voted for him, the gun owners and the every common citizen. It just alleviates pressure off him, and then they stop poking and prodding him so he can continue to indulge in whatever he's doing in the White House. So I don't know. 5D chess. Mm-hmm. All right. So, what do they do? Oh, somebody's getting rid of the fetus critter. Is that what's going on up there?
Somebody aborted the fetus. Yes.
Poor fetus. Yeah. Somebody should find that other raccoon, kick him in the ball so they can't make another one of those fetuses. So we got 24 people watching. We got 20 thumbs up and 3 thumbs down. So thank you for that. It's really good. Obnoxious took a coat hanger to him. That's pretty bad. Obnoxious.
Wow. Just wow.
Pretty bad. That's pretty bad. We gotta step outside here real quick. We are live streaming off the GunTube platform. So if anybody was wondering. So to get in here, Gary, did you have to use the same app as I have to?
I'm not using an app. I just clicked on the link and it opened up in the browser.
Oh, okay. Wonder if it's different on the phone.
Using Google Chrome. Which, as I recall, is one of the things that Nightstrike says is the best thing in the world for GunTube.
So you got anything else you want to talk about, Gary, or anything else that piques your interest?
And then I'm off for a whole week. That's worth talking about.
Vacation?
Only bad thing is for the end of September and the whole month of October, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do the Sunday morning chat because I'm going to be working.
Uh-oh.
Unless I want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do it, which I just assume not.
Ooh.
That'd be a real early bird chat.
Yeah, that would be.
I got to be in work at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll have to leave here by 9, which is usually an hour after I start the show, so it'd be an awfully short show.
Yeah, the next couple of months are going to be kind of dicey for Rants and Raves because I got the thing in Ohio, and then I guess I'm going to Omaha, Nebraska. So gotta get ready for that trip as well.
Well, I had the choice of working Sunday through Thursday or Monday through Saturday, and I didn't want to be working Friday night. I didn't want to work until 8 o'clock. That means I'd have to push Foul Territory back to starting at 9 o'clock at the earliest, and that's if I drove like a banshee getting home. Those were the two options they gave me.
Yeah. They aren't the greatest, but
they aren't.
Gotta pay the bill somehow.
That's right.
All right. So I guess this is that's it for Rants and Raves tonight. I want to thank Gizzard Garrett for jumping in. I want to thank Roll Call for giving us something to talk about. Roll Call, you got any final words of wisdom?
Be a part of the movement, man. Get out there, talk to people, go to rallies if you can, if they're in your area, or you can travel to them. If not, share the content that people put out about these things. Get people aware. Wake people up at this oncoming slaughter of legislation that we're going to see. Not only that, the 2020 election. It's going to be a big year. This is just the tip of the spear of what we're going to have to go through as gun owners, and to be able to keep the things that we love, which is our firearms, our property. It's going to take all of us. It's going to, in every corner of this great country, to continue the good fight and make sure that nothing gets passed that's detrimental to gun owners and the average citizen that wants to defend himself in everyday life. So become active, go into chats, share stuff, get on social media. Even if you don't like some of these social media sites, get on them anyway. The more the merrier. And I don't have anything else coming up on the channel. I got other things I got to deal with, work wise and around this house, and plus all my animals at the farm. So stay tuned for some content. I might roll some stuff out here and there in the next few weeks, but I'll be traveling a lot in the coming months. So there'll be a lot of content from that. So go to the Gun Rights Policy Conference in Arizona. Go to your local rallies and put the word out.
Yep. All right. What's that catchphrase you always use?
Sure.
I don't remember.
Catchphrases? Yeah.
See you on the next one.
Yeah. Yep. So if you haven't done so already, check out GunTube's Indiegogo campaign. You know, we've hit a little over the halfway mark. We're using the GunTube chamber right now to stream this, and it is viable. So, you know, help us out. Help us be able to do this and even more if you can. If you can't, that's okay. I understand. But at least check it out and share it on social media for us. And with that, we'll see you guys later. Take it easy. And roll call. Well, when will we see them?
On the next one.
Okay. All right, guys. See you later.
Give them the bird.
Shall not be infringed. Surfer bird.
Bird is the word.
Bird, baby.
That's a calf rope.
Ban all trash pandas.
See you on the range.
No tagline.
I ain't got no tagline.
All right. How do I turn this damn thing off?
Push a button.